कलयति नयनं दिशि दिशि वलितं पंकजमिव मृदु मारुतचलितं कलयति नयनं दिशि दिशि वलितं पंकजमिव मृदु मारुतचलितं केली विपिना प्रविशति राधा केली विपिना प्रविशति राधा प्रतिपद समुदिता मनसि जबाधा कलयति नयनं दिशि दिशि वलितं पंकजमिव मृदु मारुतचलितं कलयति नयनं दिशि दिशि वलितं पंकजमिव मृदु मारुतचलितं विन्ददिति मृदु मन्थरपादा मृदु मन्थरपादा रचयति गुञ्जरा गतिमानुवादा गुञ्जरा गतिमानुवादा कलयति नयनं दिशि दिशि वलितं पंकजमिव मृदु मारुतचलितं जनयति रुद्रा गजदीपमुदितं जनयति रुद्रा गजदीपमुदितं रमनन्दराय कविगदितं रमनन्दराय कविगदितं कलयति नयनं दिशि दिशि वलितं पंकजमिव मृदु मारुतचलितं कलयति नयनं दिशि दिशि वलितं जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे राधे जय राधे 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 जय जय श्री राधे 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 जय जय श्री राधे 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 जय जय श्री राधे 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 जय जय श्री राधे 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 ओ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम Nitai Gaur Premanande. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurumlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gauri Chandraya Radhikaya Stadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah. Anarpitam Charim Chirat Karunyavatina Kalau Samarpaitum Unnatajarasam Swabhakti Shriyam Haripura Sundar Duti Kadamba Sandipita Sada Hriday Kandreshu Suratavai Sachinandana. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopikant Radha Kant Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhan Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Taktva Sudustejja Suripsha Raja Lakshmi Dharma Ishta Aryavachas Yadagadharanyam Maya Mrigam Daiptik Satan Vadhavat Vande Mahapurushate Charanarvindam Anand Leela Maya Vigrahaya Himambi Divya Chavi Sundaraya Tasmai Mahapremaras Pradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namaste. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone, raise your hands. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thanking our dear host for having this wonderful evening program here.
This is your first time hosting a program, right?
Yes.
And they
First time
specifically wanted you. So
specifically wanting me.
yes.
I'm the most wanted.
Yes.
We love your katha, we love watching you on YouTube, so it's amazing having you.
You watch me on YouTube.
Yes.
Now you're watching me live.
Yes. We saw you when you came last year too, I think to Vinay Prabhu's house,
Yes.
and you were there, and so you're speaking there, it was really nice as well.
I'm lucky I'm alive. So you can see me live. Okay. What topic? Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharti Gosai Maharaj, he used to tell a wonderful story. The prem, the love, the pure love is unconditional. If there are some conditions in that love, then it is mixed. Prem has to be, the love has to be unconditional. And for that, he gave a comparative study. Not he took from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, who was very fond of churning the Shastra Siddhantas. And that too with comparative study. To highlight what is the importance of pure love. So to understand this, there is a verse which says, Agya Guru Haya Avicharniya. Day before yesterday, when I was in Vinay Prabhu's house, there was a conference call from Bhumipati Prabhu from New York. I was being asked to speak on Bhagavad Gita. So I raised this point. Agya Guru Haya Vicharnya. One should follow the instructions of one's Gurudev without any single thought, without any other consideration, as it is. Right? As it is. Yes or no?
Yes.
Any deviation from that? No? There are a couple of examples which are expressed by our great personalities. When they broke this law and they're not following the words of their Gurudev as it is, because their love is unconditional. When there is unconditional love, then there is no space, there is no room for any doubt in that love. So, for example, the example of two Govindas. One Govinda is the god brother of Sri Ramanujacharya, if you ever heard his name. A great Acharya, a great Guru, prior to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who preached extensively throughout India, especially South India. And he had thousands and thousands of disciples. So when he took initiation from his Gurudev, he asked his Gurudev, can you please instruct me something which I am supposed to follow very strictly? His Gurudev told, I am giving you this secret mantra. You're not supposed to recite this. You're not supposed to say this to anyone else. It's only for you, personal. And immediately after receiving this mantra, he ran out and he climbed on one pillar and he called upon all the villagers, come here, and listen to this mantra and recite this mantra. And everyone started reciting this mantra. He spoke loudly. And when his godbrothers heard this, they came to his Gurudev and reported to him, you instructed your disciple not to give this mantra and he's openly giving. He's disobeying you. Understand? He's disobeying you. Gurudev became very upset because he heard just literally the incident which happened, but he didn't know the intent behind that. So he called upon his disciple, Ramanujacharya, come here. Didn't I instructed you not to give this mantra to anyone? You know the consequence? Gurudev, I don't know anything. You tell me. You have to go hell for this. And he said, may I ask you one question? What is the result and benefit of someone recite this mantra? This is very powerful, pure mantra. Anyone who recite this will go to Vaikuntha, the word of the Lord. And a smile came on his face. He said, this is that is why I openly gave this mantra in public. I want all of them to go to the word of the Lord. And I will go to the hell, suffer on behalf of all these people. So it looks like he's disobeying his Gurudev. But this is not called disobedience. Every neglecting the order of Guru is not disobedience. The intent, the love has to be pure, unconditional. He has so much love for his Gurudev, without any conditions. So, he's thinking, my life is meant to preach and to make everyone devotee. And therefore, by disobeying his Gurudev, he actually served him and served his mission. He made everyone qualified to recite this mantra openly. Anybody need water? Anyone is thirsty here? No? This water is very significant. 2 great episodes happened because of water. The preaching of Krishna consciousness and the teachings of Bhagavatam happened just because of this cup of water. 2 great. Okay, let me drink. One is the descent of Srimad Bhagavatam. How Srimad Bhagavatam manifested in the world? By Parikshit Maharaj. Because of his disobedience. He was so thirsty in the forest and he saw a sage. Kya naam tha? Shamik Rishi was in meditation, in deep meditation. He was not even aware of his whereabouts and who is around him. And Parikshit Maharaj, the great king, was so thirsty, and he came to the sage and said, "Can you please give me water? I'm so thirsty." And the sage was in deep absorption. He didn't acknowledge. So Parikshit Maharaj, with his arrow, he took a dead snake which was lying there and took the dead snake and wrapped on his neck. Such an insult, huh? Offensive. So Shamak Rishi was not even aware what's happening. But his son, who was taking bath in the nearby river, he got to know from someone, your father got insulted. A king came to your father and he put a dead snake on his neck. And his son Shringi Rishi, he was so upset, so disappointed. He took water in his hands and cursed. Iti langete maryadya taksha sapta ahni dakshanti sa kulangaram. This impious king who offended my father, I curse him. May he die in 7 days. By a great snake, and the best of all snake, Takshak. And Parikshit Maharaj, hearing this curse, how he got to know this curse? When the son Shringi Rishi came running to his father, "Father, father, father," shook him, and his absorption broke. He opened his eyes. The son took out the dead snake from his neck. He said, "This king who insulted you, offended you, I already cursed him. He's going to die in 7 days." Shamak Rishi, he closed his eyes. He's just like CCTV cameras. You can see who's moving around your house, who's doing break-in. He just closed his eyes and he had cameras. And he watched exactly what happened. And that king was not ordinary king, that was Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj, who is blessed by Krishna, right in the womb of the mother. Yeah, mother? Right in the womb of the mother, Parikshit Maharaj. When Ashwathama, who was so jealous of the Pandavas, he shooted Brahmastra to kill their child in the womb. And Krishna, being Bhakta Vatsal, affectionate to his devotees, he entered in the womb of the mother Putra. Imagine. What was the need? He could have protected the child by not entering in the womb. He has many weapons. He has so many arts. But he intentionally went in the womb of the mother. So excited to see the descendant of my very dear Arjun, my Pandavas. I want to see my descendant, means Parikshit. And Parikshit Maharaj was already like turned to ashes with the influence, the potency of that Brahmastra, which is like a nuclear weapon. Imagine throwing nuclear weapon, not in a country, but in someone's womb. Totally destruction. Krishna entered in the womb of the mother and saved a child, Parikshit Maharaj. Why he entered in the womb? Because he wanted to see. He was so restless. I want to see. I'm longing to see the descendant of my Pandavas. Parikshit Maharaj got saved. So Shamuk Rishi, when he saw in his deep meditation that it was a Parikshit Maharaj who put snake on my neck, and my son has cursed him. Father became angry on his son. Why you did this? Who told you to do this? You misused your powers, your strength. Cursing Parikshit, who is so blessed king and the pious king. The father chastised his son. Go away from here. Why you did this? And then he sent one of his disciples to inform Parikshit Maharaj. Oh Parikshit Maharaj, oh great king, you got cursed. And if you get cursed, no one can refute that curse. Parikshit Maharaj heard this. And when he heard this, instead of getting anxiety or stress, because even if a doctor declare me, you're going to die in 7 days, I'll be like stressed out and anxiety. My gosh, I have only 7 days to live. Let me do the best I can. What is the best thing we can?
Go on a cruise.
Hmm?
Cruise.
Parikshit Maharaj was so relaxed. Khantir avyarat kalattam virakti manashunyata asha bande samut kanthe nam gane sada ruchi. The symptoms of pure devotees. Even when there is a point of unfavorable situations, they always remain calm and quiet. Parikshit Maharaj, even though he was a king, no anxiety, and he took this curse as a boon, as a blessings on him. And said, oh, now I realize, maybe my Lord, thinking that I'm getting too much engrossed in enjoying the opulences. But it's good, I got curse. I have to die one day. How does this matter if I'm going to die in 7 days? It doesn't matter. So Parikshit Maharaj, he came to the bank of Ganga. And so many sages came there, giving so many advices to him. Parikshit, do some charity. Parikshit, fasting. Parikshit, yagyas. Parikshit, this and that. He was not impressed to hear any of these remedies. He wanted to know what is the best and the best remedy if anyone who is about to leave body. And there comes, when he was not impressed hearing all the words of the sages, there comes Shukdev Goswami, 16-year young boy, dark bluish complexion like Krishna, lotus-like eyes, long hairs, long arms touching his knees, and naked. Tatra bhavad bhagwan vyasputro yadichagam atman upekshaha alikshalingo nijalabha tushto vrittasya balam avduta visha. Small boys were throwing stones on him, thinking he's a crazy mad person. But when Shukdev Goswami came in that arena where all the sages were sitting, everyone just stood up, honoring him. Everyone stood up to honor him. Then everyone understood the gravity and the profile of Sri Shukdev Goswami. He's not ordinary. And from there, when Shukdev Goswami sat on the platform, Hari Katha started, 24/7, Srimad Bhagavatam. But what's the foundation? How it started with just a cup of water. Parikshit Maharaj wanted to have water. And that 24/7 Srimad Bhagavatam, 5,000 years back, which happened And after that, so many Bhagavad Kathas happened. But it started from this point. Yes, Rajiv Prabhu, am I right? Am I right? Other instance of water is Narottam Thakur. When he was sitting along with his Gurudev chanting, Guru and disciple both were chanting. Both were chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Both were chanting. A villager, a farmer who was so thirsty, he came. I'm so thirsty. Please give me water. The Gurudev Loknath Goswami, even by hearing this, he was still chanting. But his disciple Narottam Thakur, he stood up and he gave me a cup of water. He gave him a cup of water. Yeah. And there, at that point, Loknath Goswami told his disciple Narottam Thakur, oh, you're very fond of helping people. So what to speak of water? Spread the nectar all over. The nectar which you're holding in your heart. What that nectar? The nectar of Prem, the love of Krishna. Go and distribute to the entire world. From this point on, it all started with water. And Narottam Thakur is the one who did extensive preaching. Actually, the first preaching started with these three devotees, three acharyas. First time, Narottam Shaman Srinivas Prabhu. The first preaching. And after that, many other Prabhuputras came. But the preaching movement started from these three personalities. So Sri Ramanujacharya looks like he offended his Gurudev. But actually he fulfilled the desire of his Gurudev. By disobedience is actually obedience to one's Gurudev. If there is well-established love between them, well-established unconditional love with them. In this stage, we are not supposed to imitate. When we rise in bhakti, then with the qualification and with love with our Gurudev, then we can do whatever we want. But there has to be very mutual understanding between Guru and disciple. Then it works. So this is one. And then Sri Ramanujacharya, his godbrother called Govinda Prabhu. One day, Ramanujacharya saw his godbrother Govind rolling on the bed of his Gurudev, which is considered to be offensive. One is not supposed to even step on the bed of one's spiritual master. It's very offensive. But Govinda was doing this. And to a surprise, Sri Ramanujacharya, he complained to his spiritual master, I saw my godbrother rolling on the bed, on your bed. He said, okay, call him. When Govinda was called upon by his spiritual master, he said, Govinda, what I'm hearing? He said, Gurudev, what you heard? You rolling on my bed? He said, yes. And you know the consequence? Yes, I have to go hell for this. Are you not scared? He said, no. Going to hell, not scared. Going hell is a good place? Huh? Yes or no? No. It's not very good place, right? How we compare hell to hell? But he wanted to go hell. For what reason? Huh?
Preach.
To preach. So Gurudev asked him, why you want to go hell and why you disobeying me by rolling on my bed? And he replied, because I want you to check prior to you come on the bed if there is if this bed is comfortable for you to sleep or not. For your comfort. Looks like I'm offending. Looks like he's offending his Gurudev. But actually he's seeking the comfort. He's looking for the comfort. And seeing if there is any thorn or something to trouble him. To protect his Gurudev, to whom he loves the most. This is called unconditional love, where one is ready to go even hell for one's worshipable. And when Sri Ramanacharya heard this, he was surprised. How come I didn't realize this? How come I don't know this activity of Sri Ramanacharya? How come I don't know this? And he was totally surprised. This is called love? A pure love for one's guru by disciple. You don't mind going to hell, but he wants the service of his Gurudev to be performed nicely, purely, because this is a matter of love. Understand? So the stream of love doesn't go straight. It's always crooked. Prem Nadiya Ulat Behti Dhar. Our Gurudev used to say this. Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. The stream of love never flows straight. It's always crooked. Where disobedience is actually obedience. Where disobeying is actually obeying. These are certain examples. So this Govinda Prabhu, he is ready to go to hell. But for? Why? To serve his spiritual master. To make him comfortable. This example of one Govinda. You understanding me? So Prabhupada compared with this example to another Govinda Prabhu. You heard Govinda Prabhu? The servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The personal servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his name was also Govinda. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to live in a very small room in Jagannath Puri, if you ever seen that. It's called Gambhira. Very small, tiny room. Mahaprabhu's body is huge. He's very tall, like 7.5.
Wow.
Tall figure. And he has to bend down to enter in that small, tiny room, like the size of, like I can say 1, 2, 3, like the size of this couch. That's all. That's all. And very narrow threshold where he bend and he can go in. That's all. And in everyday routine, Mahaprabhu used to take bath in ocean, and after taking bath in ocean, he comes and take his prasad, his meal. And Govinda Prabhu, who is servant of Mahaprabhu, is serving him prasadam, and immediately after washing, rinsing his hands, Mahaprabhu used to lie down at the threshold. And Govinda Prabhu, his servant, massaging the feet of his worshipable Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. These two disciples, Govinda Prabhu and Kashishwar Pandit, they are disciples of Ishwar Puripad. They were sent by Ishwar Puripad, go and serve Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya. So, Kashishwar Pandit, if you remember the name, but if you don't remember the name, but just get the essence of this story. Two disciples, means two god brothers, together were sent by the spiritual master, go and serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, means the Lord. Then one disciple, whose name is Kashishwar Pandit, he thought, since I'm going to serve, and then I'll be continuously busy in serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my Lord, my worshipable, then I won't get time to visit holy places and to take bath in holy rivers. So better, prior to I start serving him, I can take bath in holy rivers and have some darshans. So he delayed. But Govinda Prabhu, the other god brother, immediately, without any single thought, he came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and started serving him. Yes? And because of this mood, Govinda Prabhu got the opportunity to serve Mahaprabhu personally. Massaging him, feeding him, cooking for him, etc. But Kashishwar Pandit got external service. External service, what was his service? To stop people who are coming to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to disturb him, because he was big, staunch body. So his service was just external, to stop people coming to Mahaprabhu so that he won't get disturbed. Like a bodyguard. But Govinda Prabhu got internal service. Intimate service. Because of this mood. Both disciples got same order, go and serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But one is thinking, I must do some visits to holy places and then I'll go there, because later on I won't get time. That means he has single thought. But Govinda Prabhu, just hearing this, following the instruction of Gurudev, when he went there. So once upon a time, Mahaprabhu came after taking bath in ocean. He ate and he lied down there at the threshold. Now Govinda Prabhu is thinking, every day in a routine, I serve Mahaprabhu, his divine lotus feet, and then I take my meal, my prasad. But today just lying down at the threshold, how I'm going to cross him to massage him? Because it's offensive to cross any human being. And what to speak the crossing the Lord? One is not supposed to cross any human being. Why? Because the Lord is present in the heart. This body is a temple of the Lord. He is in the heart. Everyone's heart is Paramatma, super soul. So we are not supposed to cross anyone. Step on someone. Crossing means step on someone. But here the Supreme Lord is present. And Govinda is thinking, the servant is thinking, how am I going to cross my worshipable? But then he realized, that's my routine, my service. I can't give up that. So he took his upper cloth out and he spread over Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and stepped over. He stepped over and he started massaging him. He made Mahaprabhu sleep so well. And after a short nap, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu woke up, he said, Govinda, you still here? What about your prasad, your meal? And in a very sweet complaining mood, he said, how am I going to eat? Because you're lying down here at the threshold. Then Mahaprabhu said, how you came in? He said, by stepping over you. So you could have gone the same way out. Govinda Prabhu said, no. Unconditional love. I stepped over you and I know the consequence. I have to go hell for this. I don't mind. Your service is more important than me going hell or anywhere else. I don't know what the consequence. I don't worry. I don't even stress out with that. My concern is to just please you and to serve you lovingly. That's only my concern. Whatever reactions or blessings, I don't even care. I don't even expecting. What my destiny will be my destiny. I don't mind. But I can't leave my services to you. That's my love for you. That's called unconditional love. The conditional love is when he would have thought of how to or why to step over my worshipable, my master. That's called love in condition, with condition. Oh, I will go hell for this. I should not do this. But unconditional love is not always straight. It has to be some twist there. Unconditional love, there has to be some twist. So without any single thought, he stepped over Mahaprabhu. And with that, if I get the reactions to go to hell, I don't mind. But I can't give up my loving services to my master, my holy master. I can't give up that. Such high mood, huh? This is called unconditional love. So comparison of these two Govindas. The previous one, who was rolling on the bed of his Guru, and this Govinda who is stepping over Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his holy, his Supreme Lord. But why he was stepping over Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he spread his upper cloth, because he didn't wanted his foot dust to fall on his holy master, his worshipable. That means still there is some consideration left. This path of bhakti is very, very subtle. Every activity, every intent, every small, minute details. What you praying, what you thinking, what is the intent, everything has so much significance. It's not straight. Understand? Still at this point of stepping over, it's not that easy. We may say this is so easy. I just step over you. What's the problem in that? Big problem. Shri Govinda Prabhu, who is the servant, is stepping over his holy master, means his worshipable, his Lord. It's not that easy activity. He did this. He did so to please him, to serve him. No matter if I go to hell for this, I don't mind. But it's my love for him. Still in that love, which is almost very close to unconditional love, still there is one little subtle thought. If I'm stepping over, I don't want him to get my foot dust. So therefore he spread his cloth. Still there is consideration. Now coming to the best and the best and the best example. With these two Govindas and the gopis of Vrindavan. The gopis of Vrindavan. No consideration there. No any single thought. Only to serve Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Every intent, every activity, everything is to just please him. And to highlight the glories of the gopis, Krishna once upon a time, he employed one drama. Drama? Sometimes we do drama, right? Yes, Krishna. You do drama? Raman Bihari? No? You do.
He is dramatic. He's lying.
Dramatic, huh?
Yeah, he is dramatic.
Krishna is also like this. I have headache. I remember when you were small, you don't want to go to school, you're telling your dad. Yes, Dad? Sometimes?
Sometimes.
I have a knee problem. My legs hurt. I don't want to go to school. I'm just guessing. I'm not sure.
No, spot on, spot on.
Yeah? Everyone does this. So Krishna said, I have a headache. Oh, then we get the best doctor to diagnose and to cure. But Krishna said, this is not going to help with any medicine. The only cure is if I get the foot dust of a pure devotee, and I want to smear that dust on my head, that's the only cure. That's like a balm, a soothing. And to whom he expressed? His pure devotee Narad. Narad said, that's not a big issue. There's so many people who love you. If I ask any devotee, just give me a foot dust because Krishna wants to smear on his head, they're going to give you. So easy. This cure is so easy. Krishna said, go ahead and get quickly. So Narad, he went to the wives of Krishna. Rukmani, Satyabhama. How many wives?
16,108.
Amazing, huh? How is handling those? He can. He's Supreme Lord. He is like everything. Right? Everything belongs to him. He can handle 16,108 wives. So Narad came to them. Queens, come here, come here. Your husband Krishna have headache. So Narad, why are you coming to us? Go and get a doctor. No. No doctor, no medicine. Food dust of someone who loves him. So, you all love Krishna? Of course. So give me a food dust. They all stepped back. What are you saying? Are you crazy? We are wives of Krishna. We can't do this. There's so much etiquettes. This, not the complete Maryada. We can't do this. Go and ask his devotees. We are his wives. Narad became little disappointed. He went to the creator Brahma. He said, Narad, are you stupid? You're my son. What are you saying? How can you say these words? Krishna is Supreme Lord. I'm just his servant. A servant is not supposed to give food dust on the head of the master. Go away from here. Narad came to Shiva and Shiva closed his ears. What are you saying? I can't even hear this. And Narad is wandering everywhere, asking for so many great personalities. Anyone, any of you, you always claim you love Krishna, you love Krishna, you love Krishna. Where is that love? When he's in pain. Yeah, but just go to other devotees. I can't. Narad came very morose face, very disappointed. Krishna is so difficult. Krishna said, no one loves me. No, they worship you. They respect you. No, I'm not saying worship or respect. I'm just focusing on one point. Don't they love me? Worship and love is two different things. I worship Lord and I love Lord. Which is higher? Love is higher. Love is superior than any other aspect in the world. Love is so important. Worship is out of fear. But love is out of only love. There is no substitute. No substitute there. And Krishna felt sad. There's no one who loves me. Narad, you're also a pure devotee. Give me your food dust. And Narad, no, Prabhu, please. I can't do this. Narad, you also don't love me. I love you, but and ifs. But this is something very, intense. So sad. And that was a test. Loves me or don't love me? Who loves me and who don't love me? That was a test. Everyone got failed in that test. Narad said, Krishna, Prabhu, oh my Lord, what to do now? Krishna said, did you went to my gopis? The cowherd ladies of Vrindavan? Narad said, why have to go there? They're very simple women they don't know much. They're just milking cows. They're like, simple kind. They won't understand this, the gravity of this. Krishna said, just go there. Ask them. Or tell them and see what they do. How are they going to react? Narad said, okay. So Naraji came to the Braj Gopis. All gopis, come here, I have a news from Krishna. They all came running. Yes, tell us, what is the news? How is he doing? How's everything with him? Is he happy? Is he enjoying? He said, wait a minute, let me finish. He's having very severe headache. And the moment the gopis heard this, headache? Some of them fell unconscious. Can't even hear this. They show intensity of love. Intensity of love. Can't even hear my beloved is getting headache. So they told Narad, what are you doing here? Go get some doctors. Why you are here? To give us this news to us. Say, no, wait a minute, relax. The only remedy to cure this headache is the dust from the feet of a devotee. And I wandered everywhere in the whole universe. No one is willing to give. Gopi said, so surprised. No one loves Krishna. So Narad, what are you looking for? Take as much as you want. One big truck of sand. Everyone started, throwing from their feet. Take. Fill in those sacks and put in the truck. And not only just smear, just bathe him with the dust. And the moment they did this, there was an aerial voice. What are you doing? Don't you know Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead? His cause of all causes. His Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajami. His Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. He is the Supreme Lord. It's not a joke. By giving the food dust on the head of the Supreme Lord, you know what will going to happen? You all are going to go hell for this. For million of lifetimes, hell. You're going to suffer there. Everyone heard this. The gopis, they told Narad, don't listen to this. It's not of any significance. Our mood, our intent, our love is not going to change even after hearing this. We love Krishna dearly. We are ready to give our life for him. What to speak of food dust? If you want to say, chop off my head and Krishna can be cured of his disease, I can immediately chop my head. I want him to be happy. We all want him to be just happy and he should enjoy. Take as much as you want. Take. Don't worry. We are ready to go hell for this. And Narad got so surprised. What kind of love is this? This is called unconditional love, where there is no condition, no any consideration, but only just one consideration. Pleasure of my beloved. Just one and only one, not second thought. The pleasure of my beloved, to whom I love the most. And this applies to the devotees of the Lord. This applies to the disciples for their respective Gurudevs. For their pleasure can do anything. Then what is the difference between this example and the previous example of Govinda Prabhu? He also ready to go hell to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he has a little fear. Very subtle fear. I don't want my food dust to come on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But in the example of Braj Gopis, they are ready to give food dust. These are certain examples where disobedience, disobeying is actually worthy of praise. Yeah. And I'm saying again, we are not supposed to imitate this because we are already disobeying. Every single day, every single minute. So it's not going to work with us. These are examples of those personalities who are 100% surrendered and 100% obeying, and then they disobey. First, one have to come to the standard of 100% obeying, and then cross that standard or disobeying for the pleasure of one's worshipable, the pleasure of one's love. Then disobeying, then it gives gravity. Then there's a gravity in that. But one who is already disobeying, it's not gravity. There's not any gravity in there. These are the examples which shows unconditional love, following the footsteps of those Braj Gopis is the mood of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. And following these examples, of a disciple serving one's Gurudev, a devotee serving one's Lord, it gives so much inspiration in the heart. So much inspiration. The true love, which is unconditional. How to understand more on this? When we hear spiritual discourses, when we meditate or chant, it gives us so much or less pleasure. We can say bliss, which is required in the initial stage. Otherwise, why anyone, X, Y, Z, going to start following spiritual life? There is some bliss, there is some happiness, which is, we can't be expressed, we can't be shared. It is internal bliss, internal happiness. If one starts Krishna consciousness, initial stage, so much happiness and bliss start flowing in the heart. And it grows, and more and more and more and more. But after that, what happens after that? Then all these philosophical points, so essential to know these philosophical points, how my love can transform from mixed love and the pure love. I'm driving pleasure. I don't know if Krishna is pleased to me or not, but I'm getting pleased by reciting his names, chanting his names, by hearing about him, by following him, by practicing. I know myself, I'm very happy. But I'm not aware if Krishna is happy with this or not. But continuously practicing this, and by hearing these philosophical points, we get aware of if Krishna is liking this or not liking this. And when the point comes that Krishna is getting pleased with my practices, that is called unconditional love. This is called pure bhakti. And prior to that, everything is just mixed up. Or you can say messed up. Mix. Some my pleasure, some your pleasure. Some my happiness, little bit my happiness, little bit your happiness. Then it's like trying to make balance. My balance with Krishna. This balance won't work in devotional life. There's only one balance. Whole soul, everything for the pleasure of my Lord. If I'm driving pleasure or if I'm not driving any pleasure, it doesn't matter. For me, it should not be important. For me, it should be only important that he is happy and he's getting pleased with my services. That's it. If I'm happy or not happy, that should not be my concern. Then it comes to the point of unconditional. But there are stages. It can't be from the very first beginning stage. There are stages. Yeah, like mostly I give example of a mango. Mango, unripe mango, which is greenish, very raw, unripe. If you grab that mango and bite, what happens? You derive pleasure? It's like, sour, no taste. When the same mango ripe, it becomes a little greenish, a little reddish. And when we eat that, better than before. But still it's not 100% ripened. But again, we can't say this is apple or a guava. It's mango. But unripened stage. And when the mango gets complete ripened, it's so sweet. So sweet, relishable. So sweet, we don't want to give up. Just eat more and more and more. Because the mango is ripened. Similarly with this example, our bhakti, our devotion, our surrender mood, our love also get condensed and ripened. Initial stage is unripened, but still it is love. But unripened. Mango is still mango, but it's not ripened yet. When it's completely ripened, it's also mango. It's not the name going to change. Similarly in devotional practices. Initial stage is also a kind of love. That's why we try to dedicate ourselves. That's why we're trying to meditate. That's why we're trying to serve. We're trying to love our Lord. It's the initial stage. What to do? There are limitations, some restrictions, some reservations with favorable situations and unfavorable situations. But this is what Krishna likes. How it feels, huh? If you are in love with someone, another person is just, how to express this? If gopis, if they're crying and weeping for Krishna, what do you think Krishna is doing there? Enjoying their cry?
He's crying too.
He's crying too. He's crying too. So it's from both ends. Because this is unconditional love. That's the most important point. So devotees, when they practice, they're progressing. The progression is there and has to be there to come to this standard. And it takes lifetime sometime. It can be in one life or it can be lifetimes practicing this. But every day we need to hear this, we need to learn this, we need to practice this, and we need to attain this. It's not impossible, it's possible. And therefore we need motivation, inspiration, counseling to achieve this higher standard. And when it comes to this higher standard, then it's like eating a mango. Don't want to give up. It's so delicious. It's so sweet. This is a process. Why I'm saying this? Because sometimes devotees, they hear some stories like this and they feel, they get some little fanatic. Oh, he disobeyed his Gurudev. I also can. There's a fun, some twist. These examples are the examples of those who are already falling 100%. And then they give a little twist to that. We are not even falling 1%. What is the point of giving twist in here? We are already suffering, but disobeying. So everything has some consideration. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Everyone, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. One more time, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. One more time, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. And loudly, Hare Krishna. My gratitude. One more time, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. In this way we can make our life more successful life. By chanting Hare Krishna every day. But not just chanting going to work. Hearing is so important. Listening. Hearing. So important. Which gives us a taste and a better and clear understanding what we are doing and what we are supposed to do. Without listening, without hearing, everything just goes like mechanical. It's just like out of practice, I have to do this. But why I have to do this? What more to attain? Where I'm lacking? All these points comes by hearing from bona fide source. Right? Bona fide source. Thank you, dear host, for having this program tonight. Hare Krishna. Yes.
This is also a time where we can ask questions to Maharaj, so I'd like to ask the first question.
Mike,
I think it's loud.
can't hear.
Micah, do.
So, Maharaj, thank you so much for such a wonderful class. My first question is, you mentioned about not imitating these high things, disobeying one's guru. So then, what does it mean to be a disciple? This is my first question. And then, second question is, we hear about the importance of sadhu sangha, the need to hear. You mentioned it's so important to hear and to chant. So if we don't have an immediate source for hearing, if we do not have availability of sadhu sang, then what should be our next?
This should not be excuse. Because in present day, in present moment, this abundance of sadhu sangha means association on social media.
You said one time you said surplus.
Huh?
One time you said surplus.
Surplus?
Use that word, yeah.
Yeah.
A Namrat's program.
Surplus.
Yeah. Surplus of Harikatha.
Surplus, abundance of Harikatha. It's like overflowing. There's a flood. It's all flooded. YouTube, Facebook, Insta. Yeah, everyone is familiar with this. All this social media. There's so much Harikatha is there. So much. You can't even hear. Throughout life is endless. So if we just tune in ourselves with those and sync with that, miracle happens. What miracle? We are thirsty for having association. Of course, when we hear directly from someone that really gives, a living association, it really gives so much inspiration, but we don't get sometime, especially in this snow, in this cold, bad weather. But still we get by the blessings of Lord. Otherwise, on YouTube and Facebook and so many Harikatha, just type in and you get like series of lectures, endless. So sadhu sangha is always there, provided we should feel hunger and a thirst of sadhu sangha. So by living sadhu sangha, ignite that fire to hear every single day. So hearing and listening is so important. Otherwise we are just deaf. We have ears, but of no use. No, I'm not saying this. Our scripture is saying this. Bile but ukrame vikrame yena karam puta nasya. Jivasati dardo ke vashut nacha upagai urgai gatha. These two holes are given to us. They're so important. Otherwise, this is just like bile but ukrame vikrame. If these holes are not used to hear the glories of the Lord, they are just a simple holes which are under the root of a tree. And who resides there? Snakes. Means it's full of poison. We are just getting toxins. Wherever we move, wherever we go, always hearing something. Toxins, toxins, toxins. And by hearing Hari Katha, which is more powerful than any other object, then we're getting detox. Something high potential entering in and getting detoxified. You know, because there are so many toxins, not from this birth, from many, many lifetimes. It's full, it's warehouse of toxins. So we need so much to listen. I'm not instructing anyone, I'm sharing this. We all need to listen every day to detox that. And ears are the most essential, most important. Ears. Hearing this. And the second most important is the lips, the tongue,
Chanting.
which vibrate. Tongue vibrate, right? Always like to vibrate, otherwise we are just dumb, quiet. The quiet person is good. But what is the definition of quietness? Not just that I'm quiet, I'm not speaking. The significance of quietness is I'm talkative. But talk about what? Chanting Krishna's names. Talk about that. That also helps it detox. Detox what? The sins, the unearthers, unwanted desires. That's called detoxify. So ears and tongue, very close. They're close to each other. You know? These two limbs of the body gives great impressions in the heart. The love doesn't come from the ears and the lips. Love comes from the emotions, from the heart. But these two helps to create and develop the love. Like Rukmani, how she fell in love with Krishna. She never ever saw Krishna in her life. Never ever saw someone, and you fall in love with someone, how is possible? Love only develops when you see someone. But Rukmani, the first queen of Krishna, fell in love with Krishna only by hearing about Krishna. And then she started speaking about Krishna. So when she heard about Krishna, love developed. Love developed. Growing, growing, growing. And she got so restless. Who is this personality who is so beautiful? Come on, you not even seen Krishna. How you know he's beautiful? Yes, Rajiv Prabhu, you are so handsome. You're so smart. I'm not joking, I'm serious.
You're also very handsome.
I am. No doubt. Don't pass on me. That's true. I'm just joking. No more handsome, bro. I'm getting old now. But you are handsome.
You look like Virat Kohli.
No, Prabhu, don't offend me. He's saying I look like Virat Kohli. No.
I've always wanted to say that to you.
No, Prabhu. He looks like me. It's the other way around. Anyway, jokes apart. But if I see him, then I can say he's handsome. If I won't see, how I even say this? So looks is not about who is handsome, who's beautiful. It's about the qualities. It's about humility. It's about surrenderness. So how Rukmani developed that love? She developed that love by hearing about Krishna. Ears. The news went in the ears of Rukmani, of people coming in her palace and speaking about Krishna. Oh, today he did this. Oh, yesterday he did that. He's so generous. He's so polite. He's so humble. He's that, he's that, he's that. And Rukmani started wondering, how beautiful is this person? So her consideration is not the looks of Krishna. Her consideration is the qualities of Krishna. You know? And she developed love with Krishna. And she then finally concluded, I want to marry this person who is so beautiful. Without looking, you claiming he's beautiful? Yes. Qualities. External appearance, it fades after a while. You know? But quality is internal appearance, which always grows. External beauty declines. It's like landing. But quality, internal beauty, is always take off and grows to high and high and high and high. By constantly hearing, use these ears in hearing about Krishna to get impression in the heart to develop that love. And when the love is developing, it grows and grows and grows. And one feels restlessness. Can't live without you, Krishna. Restlessness. You become my life and soul. You become my heartbeat. You become my everything. Then this stage comes. Restlessness is so important. A businessman is so restless, he works day and night to earn money. Many sportsmen, many singers, they are so restless, they want to become famous. And they work hard. Similarly, we are supposed to be restless for Krishna, the love with Krishna. That restlessness is so much required. How to get this? Try to make friends with those who are restless. They will give the impression in the heart to make you restless. So that means again using this to hear. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Any other questions?
I got one.
Sure.
Do I use the mic?
Yeah.
Have you read any of the other religious scriptures before, or have you only ever read everything that has to do with Krishna?
As far as my life, I only read about Krishna.
How come you haven't tried and read any of the others?
I didn't got much time because the scriptures related to Krishna are so deep and they are so vast. I think I need 10 lifetimes to even complete this. So I'm just focused on one point because I can't claim I'm in love with him, but I want to love him. So my love is, I'm trying to follow him. You know? So I have no time to read. If I get time, definitely I want to read. But there are so many details, every features, every details of his nature, of his activities, every details of his each and every limb of his body. I'm just get stuck there. Isn't it love? When you just get stuck to someone and there is no even space. This is called one-pointedness, which is very much required. I'm not saying we're not supposed to read, but in my case, I feel I have no time because my life is so short. I don't know how long I'm going to live. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm going to see sunrise tomorrow morning.
So I personally feel there is no time. There's no time because I don't know my lifespan. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I get it. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, thank you for the class. You mentioned we can't combine what's making Krishna happy and what's making us happy, and how can we know that our service is making Krishna happy?
Your heart will tell this. This is not something to manipulate or calculate. Heart tells. It's about love. Love is always from the heart. And this comes by constantly practicing. Constantly practicing. No one have to tell or inform you or that love is developing. It just happens spontaneous. So our heart tells if Krishna is happy with me or not. In the initial stage, we do need happiness. Otherwise, why we get inspired to follow? We need this. It keep on growing and growing and growing, but in a very high level, the point comes, I don't need happiness, I want him to get happy. But we can't start this at this stage. Otherwise, there will be frustrations. Initial stage, we do need happiness to know about him, to sing about him, to speak about him, to talk about him. We need that happiness and bliss. This is our stage right now. Because just like a student, in grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, there is different levels of understanding. The same student when he goes to 10th grade, it's different level of understanding, but still is called student. When a student goes to college, he's still a student. But his level is growing, his understanding, his maturity is growing. Similarly, in devotional practice also, there are many stages. Many stages one goes through. But it has to start with kindergarten. Then first grade, second grade. Yeah. First of all, we have to learn A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And while doing homework, the next day exam, so A, B, C, G, L. No, you're wrong. Sorry, ma'am. Then struggling to learn just the alphabet, A, B, C, D. But then coming to the second grade, second or third grade, A for apple, B for boy, C for cat, D for dog. Then A, B, C, D, right? A for this, B for that.
I'm still in 3rd grade.
Then in the higher stage,
I'm still in 3rd grade.
Yeah, that grade. In the higher stage, make a sentence of apple. Apple is very delicious. Apple is red in color or green in color. Then the other stage, apple has so many nutritions. Which vitamins? What is the composition? Then there is thesis on apple. And finally comes to Apple phone and laptop. Apple. See? It starts from one bite of apple, and that one bite of apple is like a symbol of iPhone. iPhone. You see? This is how there's different gradations, different stages. Yes, Prabhu?
Oh, once you spoke on comfort zones. Could you expound on that?
You saw my podcast?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know I'm that famous. Thank you. Yes, Prabhu. What's the question then?
Could you expound on that? Complacent, being complacent in the path of bhakti and comfort zones.
It's a very deep point actually. We all want to be in comfort zone. At least I speak about myself. I really want comfortable. I don't like to be uncomfortable. So there are gradations of different stages, as I was explaining to Mother here. Different stages. Initial stage, if we are not comfortable with Krishna consciousness, we will not get encouraged to follow, to practice. This is one stage, one level. But then, when one rises in Krishna consciousness, when there is takeoff, then the level comes that comfort zone makes the devotee so lazy and wants to give up that comfort zone to rise more in Krishna consciousness. In the beginning, comforts are very important. So when I say comforts, it varies. Many details in those comforts. And there are many details into that. But there comes one stage where comforts become the cause of disturbance in advancement Krishna consciousness. At that stage, a devotee wants to give up all comforts. And he's not relying on the comforts. He's not dependent on the comforts. And there he feels or she feels, I want to get discomfort for the pleasure of my Lord, not for my pleasure. So any comfort or discomfort for my pleasure is not actually pure bhakti, pure devotion, but for the sake of giving pleasure to my Lord. Discomforts. Not artificially imposition of discomforts. If it's happening naturally. So comforts are there, but they are comforts are there, but the devotee is not comfortable with those comforts. He's not comfortable there. He's seeking for discomforts. Because in discomfort situations, one remembers one lovable more than any other comforts. In discomfort situations. This is called discomforts. When I'm comfortable, everything is around me. Okay, let's say from very beginning stage, grade 1. If comforts are around me, I'm very easily, I can chant, I can do my devotional practices. But how to express this? This is something which I can't express, but it is something to feel and realize. The comforts becomes the most discomfort.
Yes.
And the discomforts become the most comfortable stage. Because one remembers and struggle more in the discomfort stage, which is pleasing to the Lord.
Yes.
I think you gave the example of the gopis putting the foot dust.
The gopis are giving food dust on the head of Krishna.
Yes. Maharaj, when I first joined, there was no comforts. We only had one dhoti, 2 sets of dhotis, and a suchi bag. And this was it. It was very, very austere. Very, very. But this was the happiest time in my life.
See?
And our pleasure came when Srila Prabhupada became happy. Then we all became happy.
Yes.
But now, it's like I'm married, I have a household, you know what I mean? And it's become more difficult because that inspiration isn't there. So I can totally relate what you mean when you, that really struck me when you spoke on comfort and being complacent. Actually, the giving up comfort is it inspires you. You know what I mean? It actually, you become energized. You actually become it.
True.
Yes, and the comfort actually sort of like covers your enthusiasm and your inspiration. And like you spoke earlier, you're just kind of going through motions. It's no taste at all. So it has to be some inspiration, some drive. Removing the comforts.
Discomforts is like a push.
Yes,
It gives a push
yes,
to that, the practices.
yes,
Really gives a push. And comforts makes lazy.
yes. It's like calamity is good. Because then you become very sincere. Because
But then it's also important if we are capable enough to hold that. Otherwise,
yes,
if discomfort comes, then one thinks, oh, let's give up this. What is the need of this?
yes,
So that's why, according to different levels, qualifications.
yes,
Initial level, everyone can't survive without comforts. And it's not that artificial imposition that don't need comfort, I should go out in the snow and sit there. It's not like that. There's a stage when comforts are around, but I'm not attached with that comforts.
yes,
That's the most lovable
yes,
situation. Everything is there, but I'm not attached. That means I can manage in every situation.
yes.
No attachments.
Or only for Sri Guru. I mean, for the save the Sri Guru or to fulfill his order, then we give up all our comforts. And that's comforting. That actually creates comfort.
Your senior devotee, let's say 65, 67, 1967, when it was a struggling time,
Yes,
Srila Prabhupada was here and it was so struggling. I heard a lot of stories. There was no hot showers,
no.
cold
no hot
shower,
No washing.
no washing machine, no dryers.
Yes,
And everyone has to go out for distribute books
all day long. We
all
were
day
out
long. Sometimes no food, nothing.
In the freezing cold.
In freezing cold. No
in
hot
the
showers.
burning heat.
Yeah, I am also gone through this.
Yeah,
Not at the time of Prabhupada, but at the time of my Gurudev. When I was in Mathura, no hot showers, no heaters, no centralized heaters. We are in the cold.
yes,
But those moments, if I recall, it's very pleasant moments.
very happy. Yes,
Very happy moments.
Very nice. Yes,
Because we know the object of our love is Shri Guru and Krishna. We are doing for Him, for His
Yes.
happiness.
yes,
I just keep sharing one small thing. I was in publication and my Gurudev put me in in the publication. So working day and night. I'm not self-praising, but I'm just saying he gave us instruction, he gave us potency, everything. And we were in publication for like every single day working like 14 hours, 15 hours, just in the room, not even going out to speak anyone, no darshan, staying in Vrindavan, no darshan for months and months. And so tiring. Sometimes going in cities and getting the books get printed, so much struggling. Sometimes no food, sometimes no water, nothing. No sleeps. So body is tired, mind is tired. But when the book has been ready, after printing and handing over in the hands of Gurudev.
yes,
And when he received this, I saw many times when he used to receive those books, open page and smile comes on his face. There's one smile takes away all fatigue.
yes.
There's one smile.
One smile.
What is this?
So true.
What is this one smile? This is called love.
Yes,
Means striving everything for his pleasure.
for His pleasure. Yes.
This is something which we can't, express or can't share. This is something which we can only feel this.
Yes,
Something which we can't express. It's just matter of feelings.
yes.
Thank you. Yes, last question.
I've heard before.
I've heard before that, and just going back to the topic of the importance of hearing Harikatha every day, that, hearing from a guru in person, there's some special, I don't know if this is true, maybe this is a part of the question, but there's some special potency to hearing that live, in person. That's something that you don't get from a recording. but for those who don't have that, ability to have Sangha directly with the Gurudev or, hear directly, is there, is the benefit purely just, philosophical understanding you're getting, and then from that eventually, you kind of get, maybe some realization down the line? Or is there something special that's beyond words, even from like hearing in person, that you're missing out on, I guess, when you're just hearing recordings or watching on YouTube?
The term guru is not restricted to just one personality. It's a very elaborate term. And it applies to not only initiated guru, it applies to all respected Shiksha gurus too. It's not only restricted to one person. Entire Guru Parampara means the lineage. And entire Shiksha gurus who are inspiring us with the divine knowledge, giving us wisdom. And of course, the Diksha Guru, they comprise a complete package. So of course, what I'm understanding your question is, it's always it's always good to hear from them in person, but in their absence, anyone who is in the same mood and like-mindedness is not different from our Guru. That doesn't mean it's a male form or a female form, or he likes sweet or she don't like sweet, or I like salt. These are some external features. He's dark, he's white. This is all external features. It has nothing to do with this. The most important thing is like-mindedness. They are on the same page. They are on the same page. So if we get someone like that, he or she can be also our Guru. And we supposed to see them as my manifestation of my Guru. Just like Srila Prabhupada, disciples, my Guru Maharaj disciples, when we saw Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, our Shiksha Gurudev, not different. Appearance may be different, generation wise is different, looks are different, blue eyes, red eyes, brown eyes, doesn't matter. But intent is same, the preaching is same, the mood is same, the love is same. That inspired devotees all over the world to take shelter of our Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, our Gurudev. Seeing the same mood and same compassion. Yes? Okay, so let us end here. It's time to take some break to be in a comfort zone. In a comfort zone to honor to appreciate Krishna in the form of prasad. That's the best appreciation. Yes? Some devotees, they wait when the program is going to end because I want to appreciate Krishna more in the form of his food. Achha, Hare
But you
Krishna.
give us soul food, Maharaj.
Thank you so much. It's my nature. I am a very humorous person. I joke to make everyone not fall asleep. Achha. Thank you so much.